It started innocently enough, or at least it should have. I had just installed a brand new mailbox at the edge of my driveway, sturdy, stylish, and ready for years of postal deliveries. But apparently, Karen's sisters had other plans. The first morning after the mailbox went up, I stepped outside to find it lying in pieces, twisted and smashed as if a small truck had run it over. A quick glance down the street revealed Karen's sisters giggling in their car, waving at me like it was some kind of game. I picked up the pieces and sighed. "All right," I muttered. "Let's see how persistent you really are." I ordered a new mailbox, but not just any mailbox. This one was industrial grade, reinforced steel, and bolted into a concrete foundation that extended well below ground. It wasn't just strong, it was practically indestructible. But I didn't stop there. The real kicker? I set it up on a hydraulic base with a subtle motion sensor. If anyone tried to ram it or lift it, it would retract slightly and spring back with a controlled force, enough to make a would-be vandal think twice. Think of it as the mailbox equivalent of a booby trap, legal, non-lethal, and perfectly satisfying. The next morning, I watched from the porch as Karen's sisters approached in their usual fashion, car revving, ready to smash my new mailbox like it was the first time. They didn't notice the subtle reinforcements, or the motion sensor, or the tiny warning signs I'd posted in plain sight. As their car hit the driveway, they slammed into the mailbox. It moved just enough to surprise them, but didn't budge. The hydraulic base gently nudged back, and the sisters yelped, their hands slapping the wheel in panic. The car shook slightly, but nothing was damaged. The mailbox stood unscathed, towering proudly over the driveway, unmoved and undefeated. They tried again, this time from a slightly different angle. Same result. Screeching tires, squeals of frustration, and the unmistakable look of disbelief. The hydraulic system ensured the mailbox absorbed the impact, then pushed back like a silent, immovable guard. By the third attempt, the sisters were backing up, eyes wide, muttering curses I couldn't quite hear. I strolled down the driveway, arms crossed, smiling calmly. "Having trouble?" I asked. They froze. What, how?" one stammered. I shrugged. "Just a little upgrade, for durability and for peace of mind." It wasn't long before the neighbors started noticing. Cars slowing down, cameras snapping photos, whispers spreading about the unbreakable mailbox at the corner of my property. Karen herself eventually showed up, furious, but she quickly realized there was nothing she, or her sisters, could do without damaging their own car in the process. From that day forward, my mailbox remained untouched, a silent monument to clever design and a little legal ingenuity. The sisters never tried to ram it again, though I'd catch them glaring from across the street from time to time, muttering under their breath. The mailbox became more than just a place for letters. It became a symbol of resilience, a reminder that sometimes the best way to deal with persistent problems isn't with anger or confrontation, but with a little creativity, patience, and a bit of engineering. And every time the mail carrier dropped off a package, I couldn't help but grin. Some victories are small, some are subtle, but this one was perfection.